Hail brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome back to Attack on Factorio, where I am hanging out by our nuclear reactors. They're still not running, but they should be fairly well set up. I've got to get some more centrifuges in place so we can get some more uranium processing going, but I'm really chuffed. I got the setup for everything working the exact way that I want it to be working, which is just fucking grand. It's just marvellous. So I'm going to go for a drive. I'm going to go and get the supplies I need to get the last of this all set up. And then we're going to see what happens as we start pushing towards getting more of this stuff organised. We'll start trying to get the actual fuel cell process or fuel cell creation going. Ow, sorry. And there was some other stuff that I wanted to go about doing, but I can't remember what it was. I'll figure it out. I think I need some advanced circuits from District 14, though. So, give me those! And I think what I might do, to help with the uranium supply, I might start getting this stuff out of the ground. Yeah, that could be good. That could be very good. Have I got any miners on me? I don't. I probably left them either in the car or they're in the box that I left over by Malachite Junction. I'm really glad the amount of progress that I got done in last week's live stream. It's this week for me, but yeah, the live stream that I did was loads of fun. I don't want you. You are a single piece of pipe that I don't want. You are going to go into this chest. Like that, because I can't deal with odd numbers on those. Go away. Pretty soon, Central is going to be completely redundant. It is going to be an unnecessary district. It's kind of a shame, really. I feel quite sad for it. This is all going to be off-centre, but bollocks to it. Well, it's not all off-centre, but some of it is. But that's about as much as I can do. So we'll get belts. We'll give the southbound station of Trostra something else to do. Should be nice for it. Oh, playing Bob's Mods has spoiled me. I'm so used to long reach. Fortunately, I have bots to do the rest of it for me. Wait, I need a storage tank. And I need to get the uranium train. I need to get the... Have I got any engines on me? That's a question. I've got... Yes, I do. Good. Because I need to get pumps. I need to get pumped, bruh! Where is my sulfuric acid train? Okay, after you've been to Uranium 1, you're going to go to Trostra South. Time past 30 seconds. That should do nicely. Now, because this is all off-centre, it's going to make it difficult to power this lot. I'll manage. Somehow. Okay, yep, all of those are now active. Nice! Secondary uranium supply. How am I going to load this onto the train? How have I got things going up this side? I've probably got the... Yeah, I've got all that going on that side, haven't I? I think 4 chests will probably be enough for each wagon. And then we want some stack inserters. Of which I do not have enough. Oh, Beltway's just down here. I'll go for a walk. Probably need more... No, I'm alright for belt, actually. Itchy shoulder, however. Right. Load up on the uranium there. Nice. Okay, I need to get the actual uranium ore train down here as well. You are going there. Okay, so once you're done there, you should go to Trostra South. So why don't you go there, just go for a swing by, and we can make sure everything's running. Make sure everything is operating properly. Oh fuck, you're the sulfuric acid one. I thought we were getting ahead of ourselves for a moment. Ah, there he is. But this will definitely help out with any nuclear reactor stuff that's going to be going on. Right, let's go and get some more gears so I can make the rest of these centrifuges. Ooh, avoid this, please. Did you see that? I don't know how I pulled off that maneuver. I just... I managed to drive between the carriages of a train. I would never, ever be able to pull that off again. Or could I? Could I? Yes! Oh, that's the only time my driving in this game has been exceptional. See? That's exactly what I mean. I don't know why that's just so amazing to me. Oh, wow. I didn't even know that was possible. Fucking gobsmacked by that, mate. Oh, and all these solar panels are going to be completely redundant sooner or later. Sooner rather than later, to be honest. Because, yep. More centrifuges. Oh, that belt is looking so green. I love it. None of these have got any more uranium-235 than they need. Although you guys are completely loading up. I would kindly ask that you don't. Oh no, you're still loading up because you haven't actually got all of the 235 that you need. That's fair enough. Okay. All of these machines are now operating properly. They're not taking any more of the 235 than they need to. Oh, fucking magnificent. So, we can now take this belt over this way. And what we need to do is we need to set up... what do we need to set up? We need to set up the uranium fuel cell production. I need to bring down iron plate, but we could smelt some of that on site. Because we've got iron ore, and we've got a sizable patch of it for the time being. Some of these miners are starting to run out. So we can maybe clear those away just while we're here, I guess. But yeah, we got a fairly decent amount of iron. And these things only need 10 iron plate to make 10 fuel cells. Which we probably aren't going to be using that many of. How long do they take to create? 10 seconds. So essentially crafting them once per second. Let's have this stuff coming down here. And we're going to have a belt of iron plate coming up this way. And we're going to want an output belt here. And those fuel cells are going to go down to the reactors, and those are going to those will end up providing us with the stuff that we need. Now, the used up uranium fuel cells will give us back uranium-238. They give us back 3 each, I think. Oh, 3 out of for 5 empty fuel canisters. And with that, we could merge back in on a line somewhere. I don't know where I'd merge it, to be honest. Because I haven't left myself much room over here for doing anything with. Unless I were to, like, kind of shift this over a little bit. In fact, that could work. Why can I not find the fuel reprocessing? Oh, you happen in a centrifuge, don't you? Not assembly machines. Okay, but we'll have some centrifuges there to repurpose things. We should try and get some... We should try and come down here with all the stuff we need. Oh, bugger. Car ran out of fuel. I need to get some coal. Good job there's some down here, isn't there? It's fine. Once we get all this stuff sorted, we can start making uranium fuel, or nuclear fuel. Power the car with that. Power the trains with that. Then they'll go fast. Okay, a little bit of in-house iron supply for the time being. How are you not powered? It doesn't seem to make sense to me. There we go. Right. Wonderful. Finally got it working. Ooh, wow. That's an awful lot of those. Hi. Okay. Now, I haven't got any circuit conditions set up for this. So this is going to be a horrifically disorganized mess of it just loading up whenever it bloody well wants. But power there and there. Let's connect this. That's all connected. Alright, let's bring down the fuel cells. Oh, right, okay. Oh, and I need belts coming out for the empty cells to come back on. Like, they've made loads of these fucking things already. Jeez. I can't even put them back in the machines because I'm loaded up too much. Alright. Fuel cells away. Oh, the moment of truth. Here we go. They are heating up. Now, it's going to take an entire fuel cell just to get the reactor up to temperature. They need to get up to... do they get up to 1,000 degrees, or is it 500? I know the water needs to be 500 degrees. But the fun thing is, like, you can see, like, obviously the reactors are heating up in temperature, but the heat pipes, as they go along, get increasingly, like, kind of colder as they go to the end, and then when you get to the very, very end, like, it's the lowest temperature. It's just a nice little touch to signify how things are working. But these are all completely loaded full of fuel cells. They probably don't need to be, but as well, we are more than capable of producing them right now. Look at the amount of 235 we've got. Bloody hell. But we could start looking... we could start making nuclear fuel if we had rocket fuel production. And I suppose we could look at making the atomic bomb. I think I'm going to go about researching that. I've never, like, researched that and set up the crafting for it myself. Obviously, when we were playing the Factorio multiplayer, there was an inordinate amount of heavy ordnance. But I've never made them for myself. So this could be fun. But once the water here reaches a temperature of 500, these heat exchangers will start producing steam, which will fill up these tanks and then start going into the steam turbines. And I'm really excited for that to happen. We're approaching 500 degrees on these reactors. Ooh, we're close. Oh, come on. I want this to start working. I really do. Oh, there goes the first empty fuel cell. Close. Yes! Steam! Not much. There's not really much to get things going at all. But I think that may be more to do with the fact that we've got so many solar panels. So, you know what? We're going to head over to the solar fields down south of Hollow Point, and we're just going to tear the whole damn thing up. I don't think we need it anymore. I don't think we need any of the solar panels that are along the rails. And I'm going to go and disconnect the coal central as well. This is an end of an era for some of our power supplies, for our power systems. One great new transition. Right, I'm going to start by taking out my personal robots because I don't want them doing any of this for me. Now I know there's storage here somewhere. They're not going to grab that lot, are they? No, it's out of range. Alright, my robots are going to have to do some of the work for me. Ooh, 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 ooh. I mean, I know we've already disconnected those solar panels, but the steam engines are running. The steam turbines are going. Oh, yes. We've got full tanks of steam. And we're not burning through too many fuel cells. Not yet, anyway. Well, the thing is, these will run at a consistent rate. They'll continually burn fuel, just to maintain the temperature of the reactors. Whether we use all of that power or not is a completely different matter. And there we go. That solar grid is completely gone. It is no more. And we are now getting... We're still getting 114 megawatts out of the solar grid. I'm kind of gutted that I put all of this in place, like all of the, kind of solar grid along the rails and everything. I mean, I suppose I could just take out the substations and replace them with, put big electric poles down the tracks again. Because it would be nice to try and maintain the aesthetic of everything. I just don't quite know how to achieve that. Because I was going for a distinct kind of style with all of this. And now that the nuclear reactor has gone online, we're not really going to be getting that, are we? So I don't quite know what to do from here. It's obviously phenomenal to have the reactors online, because they have been spoken about so often. I do want to get myself a couple of centrifuges, just so we can get the fuel cell reprocessing underway. But with these reactors online, it does mean that no matter how little we have as far as solar energy goes, we shouldn't have to worry about our power supply again. Okay, let's get these centrifuges down. Boom, 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 boom. Lovely. Okay. Well, that's pretty much the end of getting the nuclear stuff set up, with the exception of going down the militarized route of getting, or, starting off with nuclear fuel is one thing. And then there's stuff like the atomic bomb, which is certainly going to be an interesting little project. We don't have half the stuff. Well, we've got processing units, which are expensive. We've got 235, which is expensive. We need 30 of it per atomic bomb. Like, that's ridiculously expensive, considering how full this belt is. Bloody hell. Okay, we've got quite a lot of 235. don't really need to worry about it too much. And we're still getting the occasional little bit out of the ore processing. As you can see here, eventually this belt might even back up. Who knows? But we shall have to see what the future holds for us. But everything here will just kind of loop around. The good thing about being able to reprocess the empty fuel cells means we get a little bit of 238 back, which will then go through the Covarex enrichment process and get turned back into 235. So it is, while it's not a positive, loop, whatever you term it, positive feedback loop, there is a certain amount of recyclability in the whole thing, which I think is just grand. It's a grand old time. So we've definitely got an awful lot of life in this new system, and I'll figure out what I want to do about the solar grid. I mean, for now, it can certainly stay in place, and as we expand, I'm certainly not going to be putting any more solar panels down, unless it is purely an aesthetic thing. I'll try and figure something out. I'll see what I can come up with. But for now, I think all we really need to focus on is getting the Tier 3 wall finished, and probably tidying up the Tier 1 wall, and just kind of getting on with things. And we're going to need a heavy weapons district at some point because of the atomic bomb, along with getting, kind of the heavier weaponry like rockets, and maybe getting grenades actually produced. Not that we're using any of this stuff anymore, but it's always been in my plan for this Citadel to have that stuff in various different districts being assembled. Even if it never gets used, I want to have the assembly there for it. And then I think once we get the Tier 3 wall in place, once we get those extra districts all set up, I think we're going to be looking at launching a rocket. And with the launching of a rocket, this series may end up coming to an end. But we shall have to see what the future holds. There's always more possibilities for things that we could be doing with this. But I don't know. It's weird to think about the future and the potential end of this series, because it's been going on so long. Like this far outweighs any of the other Let's Play series that I've had running. But bloody hell, the amount of bugs we've got out here. Arming up with nukes is definitely going to be warranted for all this. 5.5 million uranium ore. Did I spot that before? I probably did. But either way, I'm still excited. That 11 million coal looks nice as well, and I probably eyed that up as well while I've been venturing out with all this. But it's nice to see the new 0.16 biome starting to emerge. It's fun to see like the various different changes in the biome, going from 0. I think this lot was 0.13, 0.14, or where was the first divide? This is the first divide. I think this was the change from either 0.12 to 0.13, or 0.13 to 0.14, or 14 to 15, one or the other. And then you've got another division here, which is 0.15 to 0.16. All very cool. All very awesome. But I have blathered on for a little while now, so I'm going to wrap this episode up here and just say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlist on the channel for more Let's Plays or metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment just to leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, be sure to hit that subscribe button, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon and becoming an officer within the ranks. But thank you again for watching this video, and I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Mitchell, signing off. We're going to find out one way or the other. Good little dudes. I have faith in you. That is not sturdy in the slightest.